You guys have got to try this no vegetable soup recipe. You will not be disappointed. Ultimately, you can use any kind of meat you want in this soup, but this is how I made mine. I started with 1 pound of ground sausage and 1.5 pounds of ground beef. Whenever I'm cooking, Piper is always around waiting, just in case I drop something. I let those two meats start to brown, and then I added 1 pound of cut up chicken breast. One of the things I love about this soup is that you don't have to use a bunch of different pots and pans. You can basically cook all of the meats in the one big pot. The only thing I did use an extra pot for was I wanted to make some egg drop soup, and I wanted to be able to pour that into the big pot when everything was done cooking. So I scrambled up 4 eggs while the broth was cooking, and then I added the eggs to the broth slowly while stirring so that it doesn't clump. The egg drop soup is delicious on its own, but it was even better when mixed in with everything else. And then I added in some diced pepperoni, some small cheese sausages, and some kielbasa. I was really excited about all the different textures and pieces and sizes of the meat. And then I added some chicken broth. Now you could certainly use beef broth, but I prefer chicken. I didn't have any homemade broth, so I just used Swanson's. It's not going to hurt me to use something like that every now and then. And then I added the egg drop soup into the big pot and gave it a stir. And then I wanted to season it just a little bit, so I added some onion powder, and then a little bit of garlic powder, and then some of Redmond's organic seasoning salt. I stirred that up, and then while it was simmering, I went ahead and cleaned up the kitchen. I had been thinking about this soup for a long time, so I could not wait to taste it, and it certainly did not disappoint me. If you're looking for something new to make this winter, this soup was so delicious. You can use any meat you want. It's very versatile.